What's up, McTacky?
Not much, not much. Just it's almost 11 p.m. So I thought I'd bug you again.
Yeah, might as well get it in before you have to go to sleep.
All right, so let's start off in the free cities. South of Stormtide.
Okay, wait. Let me link this to the chat again. So we'll stop every. I'm not going to take questions as they come in, but we will stop and take some questions now and then. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you can hit the full screen thing if you want, but if you're not,
I've got it. Yeah.
All right, so let's zoom in at the Free Kingdoms. Let's go to Valsburg.
Valsburg, yeah. That's where it all began.
South of that mountain range.
South of the mountains. Redwood. Where is it?
The very south of the mountains. So go south.
Here we go. Valsburg, yes.
Yeah. The very point of where the mountains end.
Yeah, I've got it, yeah.
Sorry, the stream's
I know. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's all right.
All right. Okay, so Valsburg is the seat of power for all of the Vorasi army. Do you want to go back and just talk about the roleplay campaign?
I mean, why not? Hey, we're here. Let's talk a little bit about how they happened, and then we'll talk. Because I think we should talk about the whole thing with Dalamar and then Oris and how they came to be.
All right. Well, they started in Solus, which is up the road to the west.
This is where they started. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they visited Haven, did some crimes in Venice.
Oh, I remember that with the duel. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was so funny.
And the very, very poorly designed hit job.
On who? The alchemist, right? The alchemist, yeah.
The most ugly alchemist in the world.
Yeah.
The very botched hit job. Then they had to flee the city.
Mm-hmm.
Then they went to Willowbrook before it was destroyed.
It's got attacked by trolls, right? Oh, ogres it was.
Ogres.
Yeah.
Ogres. And so then they did some fighting with the ogres, then eventually got the Valsburg, which is when they found out about Dalamar's tower.
Yeah, which tell us about the tower, McTacky.
But it's one of the great towers of wizardry in Solum.
Right.
There's only a few of them left now. There's one over in the Stormtide Kingdom where Georg's from, and there's one here. There's a few others around, but we don't know their exact positions.
Okay.
The tower emits a fear aura for non-wizards, and none of the party were wizards.
I didn't realize it was for non-wizards. Yeah, I just remember. So whenever they went up to it, right, there was like an intense feeling of fear just even approaching the door.
Yeah. The fear effects might be worse than that, but Neil nerfed it a little for the show because he nerfed the little things back in season 1 of that show before they finished off the yoga campaign. Made things. He admitted it afterwards that he shouldn't have fudged some of those roles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then in the tower they met I think a level 18 dark elf wizard named Dalamar.
Level 18, goddamn.
His master was Ferris, who's a lot more historically important than him.
Ah, so Dalamar's master is the guy with the staff of the Magi, right?
Yeah. And Ferris was also the guy who ended the Age of Might.
By doing what?
He pretty much teleported in front of all the world leaders and says, "Stop this war or I kill you."
Fuck. What a badass. Was he like level 20 as well?
Yeah, he is level 20.
Yeah.
Ferris was first met. Okay, if you want to go down to the south a little, we're going to go to where the Ferris' story starts.
Okay. Where's this?
A desert, but southwest a little. Actually, it's a bunch. Just keep going until we see a desert.
Sands Edge?
Sands Edge, that area where the pit is. South. There you go.
Oh,
the pit is the town. There's a hole in the world there that goes all the way to the bottom of the world.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. That's where Balrog Blacksteel lost his soul and became the first immortal.
Oh.
And he gave that information to Ferris back in the Age of Heroes. Now, I got a bit of lore on the pit during shenanigans because there was a lot of stuff that was unknown. And I found out it's the direct connection to the gods.
The pit is?
Yeah. But the thing is, anyone who falls in never comes back.
Yeah.
But Ferris is immortal since he met. And Balrog became an NPC who worked with Ferris, who appeared in Age of Might, which was a later roleplay series.
Yeah.
Filling in the gaps in the middle. So Ferris was a big deal, and he got the Age of Might people to kidnap this half-elf who was Dalamar before he was Dalamar.
Okay.
And then he recruited him.
Was he anything special at this point, Dalamar, or was he just a half-elf?
He was just no, actually, he's a full dark elf. Sorry.
Yeah, but he was like, was he already like a powerful wizard, or?
Well, yeah, he was, but the society didn't want him.
Okay.
Oh, like people were saying, Balrog died. Yeah, but Neil still brought him back. You know, like unless it's an identical dwarf, he probably reanimated him somehow.
Mm-hmm. You know, maybe he did what the that woman wanted to do to Malco.
Exactly.
Like that.
I mean, Ferris was a wizard, so he did it with not with necromancy. He did it with another method.
Yeah.
More the lich route.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lich.
Okay.
So let's go back to the Free City. So now.
Okay. So at this point, Dalamar has been captured by Balrog and turned into what, like a more powerful person or an evil person or something?
No, he was recruited to work as a servant for Dalamar.
Okay.
I mean, Dalamar was recruited as a servant for Ferris.
Yeah.
And Ferris resented it. But centuries later, he tricked Ferris's partner into thinking that she was a dragon, then turned her into a dragon with a spell. She went mad and attacked Ferris and drove him out of the town. And then she after turning back into a human, decided to do a rampage because she was almost as powerful as Ferris.
Yeah.
His partner. So she went on a holy crusade against Ferris, while Dalamar just took over Valsburg.
Okay. So do we know what happened to Ferris? Is that the same dragon that turned up with the wish ring?
Yeah, that was her. She turned up saying, "Oh, I need the wish ring to get to my previous form." Then she found out the truth that she was tricked by Dalamar.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So now we're back with the party. They've just come from Willowbrook and they've arrived in Valesburg and found this big tower.
Sorry about the detour.
No.
I was just explaining how like Dalamar is powerful, but he's on the footsteps of greater people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Dalamar has a plan, right? And he needs an evil servant. So, hey, can you get me a paladin from Chandar for me? Just bring over a paladin for me. No questions asked.
This is what he asks the party to do, right?
Yeah, Brightblade.
Yeah.
Brightblade the paladin, and they go to Chandar. But Vincent cuts his head off.
Oh yeah, fucking hell! I forgot about that. Why? At this point, they were meant to be good, right? Why they're working for an evil wizard and murder a paladin? Like at this point, they've crossed the boundaries into being evil. I would say, right? Even if they didn't recognize it themselves.
Yeah. Well, they go back to tell Dalamar, and Dalamar's like, "What?"
But he's pretty upset that they've killed him. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he gets them to recruit Oris for them.
Right. So he wanted somebody who was very like powerful and good. Yeah.
I skipped the Orb of Souls Charos because that plot line got destroyed in episode 1.
Yeah.
But okay, now they go south to Corban to recruit Oris, who at that point was a hunchback lisping cleric of Martha who was just healing people.
Was he already high level at this point, or?
Oh, he was mid-level at that point, but he was a known healer. I mean, mid-level for Solum is higher than Arcadia's mid-level.
Yeah.
So, like, they went to Corbin, they tricked him saying, "Oh, someone in this wizard tower needs your medical help." And he goes, "Oh, okay, yes, I'll come with."
Oh my god, I remember that voice.
Betrayed. I'm not going to do the voice. But...
No. So they gather up Oris, they trick him into coming to Valesburg to see Dalamar, even though they already know that Dalamar probably has like bad intentions for Oris, right? Okay, so they bring him back to Valesburg.
Yeah. And then Oris gets pushed into the tower against his will, screaming. Yeah, but that's when his corruption begins. The next time the party see Oris, Oris was level 14 when he met the party. I just found the notes.
Okay.
But he then became a cleric of Vorasi afterwards.
Yeah. And then so the next time the party see him, they're this sort of like good cleric, hunchback cleric with a lisp that they'd been sort of like really mean to and tricked has now turned into like Dalamar's servant, right? And he's like wearing a dark hooded robes and he's a cleric of Vorasi, and all of a sudden he's like really fucking evil.
Yeah, well, yeah, like Dalamar's doing to him what Ferris did to him.
Yeah.
So it's just... All right. Well, then the party go on a few more quests before the main plot picks up. They go to Plainsview to clear their name for their other crimes they did.
Yeah. Plainsview is...
No, sorry, top left. Plainsview, it's Fitchview. Sorry.
Fitchview, okay, over here, yeah. Yeah, I remember this.
Fitchview's one of the major free cities. It's in charge of vineyards.
Mm-hmm.
So they clear their name, but then the guy finds out they're working for Dalamar, and so he reneges on his deal and sends people out to try to kill the party.
Yeah.
Because Dalamar literally teleports in front of them and says, "Hey, what are you guys doing here? I've got a new job for you."
Yeah, I remember that.
And he steals Abigail.
Yeah.
So, the party, meanwhile, have killed some ogres in the area and made a better name for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So then they go to Valsburg, and he says, "Hey, there's a dragon in the Blackwater Swamp. Can you take care of that for me?"
Just here, just below Valsburg, right? I remember this.
Yeah. So they go to Evenfar, and they kill the swamp, and Dalamar's finally freed.
Yeah, so what happens here? They kill the black dragon, and then after it's dead, Dalamar and Oris turn up, right? And Dalamar makes this big speech about how he's like finally freed. I never really understood that. Like, why couldn't he have just killed the dragon himself?
He wasn't able to leave the tower. He only projected himself.
Oh, he projected. Okay.
Yeah, he could never leave the tower until that point. Yeah, there's a lot.
Why did he need to kill? Why did this dragon need to die in order to free him from the curse?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, so there's some spell components or some fulfilling of like a quest or something needed to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and some people have pointed out there's some Dragonlance inspired names on this map. Neil just threw whatever names out back in the day.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that anymore. So all the Dragonlance locations have been destroyed in the war. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
I mean, your Hardcore Heroes confirmed that when they scryed on the town to the south, it was completely
destroyed. And it was destroyed, yeah. That was down...
Yeah, Palithus.
Oh, Palithus. That's...
South of the bay from where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Palithus, completely destroyed. Oh, way too south. It was just in that...
No, I found it. We were scrying on this because we were going to go to the temple at the end of the world, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's the temple.
Yeah.
To the bottom left. But Riftwatch is the main point.
Yeah.
To go to. Yeah.
Okay, so now Dalamar is freed, right? And the party, what do they do? The party
go on their new quests they get a message from Bregor's grandmother and Abigail's friend saying, there's a problem to the west on the Elf Island.
On the Elf Island, yeah. Okay, which is over here.
So they go across the sea and fight some elves at the lighthouse in that area.
Yeah.
That peninsula on the right.
I remember
Look at the world tree. Look at that world tree, because Matt did that for me.
Nice. That's awesome. So what is this, the world tree?
Neil never ever elaborated in lore. It might even be the world tree anymore. It could just be a giant magic elf tree nowadays.
Holy shit! Look at the size of this forest, dude.
Yeah, that forest is the size of Arcadia, by the way.
That's insane. Yeah.
I had to put every tree in. Okay.
Did you?
I did this map manually.
That's crazy, man.
There's a stream on my YouTube which I can plug later.
Yeah, sure.
Of me it's me doing it. I've sped up the footage so you're not watching it at real time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the reason that Neil only mapped out the top right corner of this map, the rest was a sketch. So that's why only this bit's got.
Okay, so it's not like the rest of it is uninhabited. There is stuff everywhere else, probably.
Yeah, but only the top right was on the Neil's original map. I got Neil's notes and sketches and just did a rough outline for the rest of the map.
So to intervene here, this is probably where we're going to end up in terms of scoring, right? This is probably where we'll be teleporting to.
The North Forest, I'd say. Probably.
Yeah, this one here.
That's the one in canon.
Yeah, the Echoing Forest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Elithos. That's the name of this island. But you might also appear on the forest on the mainland.
Which is over here, right?
Yeah. That's the place that the party first found out about the weapons in roleplay. Yeah.
Okay.
Zoom in. You can see the name there.
Yeah, Liara Orin, the ancient trees.
It's allegedly where the Elven race was created.
Okay.
Allegedly. Like Neil said that Arcadia was made before Solum nowadays. So we'll see how the lore shapes out now with lag.
Yeah.
Because lag seems to have, like, the humans were created in Bravo and they emigrated to Arcadia, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does seem like that.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's say we either teleport into this forest or to this forest over here. But either way, I would assume that the elves are going to give us leads on the items, right?
Won't be much of a quest if you didn't get leads.
Yeah, like, I doubt they're just going to be like, okay, well, they're somewhere in this giant continent, good luck.
All right. So, back on the Elf Island, the party fight off ogres. One of their members dies for the first time, and they get another character.
Yeah, this is where Tudagub dies, right?
Yeah, at that lighthouse. Well, he gets burnt at the lighthouse.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they've got a new wizard with them, right?
Yeah. So then they get contacted saying by the lady who thinks she's a dragon, saying, "Hey, can you get me a wish ring?"
Yeah.
So then they head back and go to the king's tomb,
which is
across the sea. Go back east across the water.
Yeah.
I can't see where you are yet. Sorry, I'm just.
That's all right. I'm basically on Valesburg.
Oh yeah. It's near the top of the river, north of Valsburg. The other river, north of that river. There's two rivers going into those mountains. Go to the north one.
By Logsall? The King's Catacomb. Here we go. Yeah.
Catacombs, yeah.
This is where we had a 3-hour-long episode about how to open a door, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
And then the party got captured. Then Abigail kills the whole group.
Yes.
In their sleep.
Yeah. Showing how strong a rogue can be.
All right. Well, then they go into the King's Catacomb. Then they eventually decide, hey, let's just avoid all the trapped rooms that aren't the one we're after to annoy Neil.
Yeah.
Because Neil maps out this whole catacomb and they're like, no, we're only going to care about the one guy.
So they just go straight to the final room. This is one of my favorite moments in Neil campaigns, where JP's evil wizard tries to steal the wish ring for himself.
And he makes a wish even, but it's a resurrection wish that fails. He says it didn't work. Then they kill him on the spot.
Yeah, they kill him. Jeff just kills JP's character for that, which is pretty based, to be fair.
And the lady wishes on the ring to be restored, and then she finds out she was a dark elf all along, and that she was never
a dragon. Yeah. Sad time. So at this point, there's only one wish left, right? Or maybe two.
Yeah, one wish left in the ring.
So does the first wish to resurrect, does that fail but still use the wish?
No, because there's only two wishes left on the ring.
There's only two wishes left on the ring, right?
But the thing is, I think it's the resurrection wish failed because it's Neil world.
Yeah.
But we never got direct confirmation of that.
So in your opinion, would using the wish scroll to resurrect one of the brothers fail?
It depends how you wish.
Like, if you wished it to go back in time, that'd probably work, right? Yeah.
Well, we're about to get to the back in time story right now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, yeah. Yeah.
So the party do some more adventures and meet up with JP's new character, and I can't remember her name.
JP's new character's name? Oh, is this the super strong woman? No.
No. It's Azrael the dwarf.
Azrael the dwarf, right? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the cleric, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the cleric, and he's joined by Lisa Burgraff.
Who's that?
Lisa is the daughter of the guy they killed in the duel, in like the first few episodes.
Okay, but this is an NPC, right?
Yeah, this NPC is controlled by Neil, but she joins the party.
Okay.
And her whole plan is, hey, take me to the Temple of the End of the World. But along the way, she tries to get the party killed by ambushes. But the party murder all the ambushes. Yeah. And they get to the Temple at the End of the World.
Yeah, which is like over here, right? Somewhere.
Yeah.
Where did we just saw it a second ago? Where was it? Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they get to this. And then what? I can't remember this bit.
Well, then she's realized that her quest has failed, so she just joins the party until she gets an opportunity.
Yeah.
Around this point, the party have a weird dream sequence episode on Halloween.
Funny. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, then they eventually get back to town and find everyone's dead.
Which town?
And Valsburg.
Oh, they get back to Valsburg and find everyone dead.
I am skipping a lot of stuff here, guys, but it's a lot of filler.
Yeah, no, fine. We were just looking at the main quest, especially related to the weapons, right? And Horus.
Yeah. Horus has killed Dalamar.
Mm-hmm.
He's raised an army. He's destroyed Willowbrook, and he's essentially recruited all the evil dragons in the land to work for him.
So how do we find out about that? Are all the dragons there, or did the party just...
But Horus just gives a monologue.
Yeah, he just tells them, right?
Because he likes the party enough. He just wants to tell them, and he gives them the opportunity to join him, obviously.
Which, surprisingly, they say no, because at that point, so far, they've been pretty evil. You would have thought they'd have said yes, but I guess this was a step too far for Jeff.
Yeah. So they decide to look for good dragons, which is when they go to the desert to the south.
Yes, I remember this now. So this is right with the wish ring, right? So desert to the southeast. Is this the red desert here, which is
the red desert,
conveniently named? Obviously, Neil likes
also got a red desert in Arcadia.
Yeah, I know. Neil likes that name.
Neil's reused a few names. You can see them both on this map and that map.
Yes, the power is mine.
They head into the desert, and there's a bronze dragon flying overhead.
Yeah.
And they're like, how do we get... Do you want to play that animation? That animation's so good.
Wait, is there an animation? Link me.
Yeah. I'll put it in there. Yeah, Charles found it, but I DM'd it to you as well. Good. It covers it. It cuts out the rolls. Show how poorly they rolled, though.
If I cast
we can't
dimensional
hear.
folding
I
in
can't
front
hear.
of me...
Can stream hear?
Stream can hear, yeah.
Oh, okay, all good.
Yeah, you all right?
I've seen this. this.
Let's have some real talk here. If I cast dimensional folding in front of me, and then cast it right on top of the dragon,
I've not seen this before.
Through the door to land on the dragon?
Whoa. This will work, actually. I think technically you can see the spot. You create two portals. One in front of you or wherever you want. A second one in another destination. You don't necessarily have to see it. Seeing it helps so you don't get lost in other dimensions.
Right.
And if you time it right, which we can do with like an intelligence check or something, in theory, you could time it to appear above and in front of the dragon, so you step through and then fall
Hold
down.
on, what if we do the reverse? What if I make the door in front of me, but also in front of the dragon, so the dragon flies into it, and then comes out the door in front of us? Can I do that?
Yeah, it's way safer.
I just don't know if the dragon would fit.
Well, his head or something would come through. He'd get stuck. He might actually kill him.
I will volunteer to go through the portal and jump onto the dragon.
Done. I fucking cast the portal, and I go, Breger, go.
Oh, shit.
Breger jumps through the portal off of his horse, and the portal is a little bit to the side, and Breger starts falling.
Can I try to catch him? Using my amulet of cheetah speed.
I'm going like this and creating as much surface area as possible.
You have a
You're
cloak.
anorexic.
To slow my descent.
He's got his cloak,
With,
though.
my cloaks and like, yeah,
His bear
the
cloak.
I'm slowing my descent.
I'm on my horse, just jaw open, because I'm seeing Brader literally falling from the sky right now. And 2 seconds
Okay.
ago, he's jumping off his horse.
Abigail, you use your ring of cheetah speed to try and get underneath Breger
Yeah.
and catch him.
Yeah.
Jimmy, he lands on you. Your back breaks in half. You're both dead.
So they're both dead. I'm just like, huh.
Did the dragon not give a shit?
I put the ring on my finger, and I say, I wish I could go back 10 minutes.
Okay. We are 10 minutes back in time. You are the only one that has noticed the change. Everyone else is going to do the exact same course of action.
Yes, until this, Neil.
Huh?
I go over to the dwarf, and I backhand him so fucking hard off his horse. Don't ever open up a portal, ever, until you ask me first, please.
What are you talking? How do you
Just
even know I can do that?
Trust me. Just trust me. Don't do it.
That is genius. So funny. All right. Okay, so that happens in the Red Desert, right? They waste the wish to save the life of Abigail and Breger.
Yeah. But then they manage to contact the dragon eventually, and it lands, and it flies them to the elf forest.
It flies them to the elf forest, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, all 5 of them. The party and...
And the woman.
Yeah.
Why don't I remember this woman? Well,
because this is where her story ends. She
okay.
confronts. He says, "You killed my father in episode 3. I'm here to. I want to duel with you right now." Then
She says this to Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent.
And Vincent kills her.
Oh, he just knocks her out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then the elves tell them about the 4 dragon weapons.
Yes. The Dragonsbane weapons. So what do the elves actually say? Like, how are they created?
Well, they were created for the first Dragon War eons ago.
Yeah.
But they split the weapons apart because of their corrupting nature, with them trusted to a different person.
Each one entrusted to a different person because it was too dangerous for one person to control them all. Yeah.
So and they wanted the weapons to be far apart because together they communicate with one another and get more strong.
Ah, okay.
So you've got the sword Harbinger, the spear Bloodsinger, the hammer Quarrelfort, and the bow Whirlwind.
Yeah.
They tell them about the hammer first.
Uh-huh.
And it was fair, and they told them that it was in the Trilla area near Mist, and they eventually find it's at Black Mist Lake.
Black Mist Lake.
Skip the quest. They just guess it's under the lake.
Oh, do they? What were they meant to do?
Well, they meant to investigate the lore and what's happened to the weapon, but they went to the south.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah,
southwest, a Trilla area.
Uh-huh.
Keep going.
I've got it. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, chat.
So I remember. So my recollection is they know it's around this area. Do they know that because the elves tell them it's near Black Mist Lake, right?
Yeah. The elves give them the lead, saying we know where the hammer is, but it will be able to lead you to the others.
Yes. So they get to Black Mist Lake, but then how do they guess that it's under the lake?
They just, hey, we've got a speak with fish potion. Let's just use it. We stole it from the sea.
Yeah,
they stole it from the ruined city randomly.
Yeah, right. I remember that now.
Just try to do it, and they do. They say longfish or dragon. I don't know how dumb the fish were.
Yeah, but the
then
fish.
They say, "Oh, a dragon under there. It must have the weapon."
Yeah.
So Vincent takes off all his armor, goes naked into the water.
Wait. Hang on. Doesn't he already have the spear at this point?
Oh wait. Oh, they must have gone. Wait, did they get Bloodsinger first?
Yeah, they must do, because I remember he uses the spear to do this attack on the dragon, right?
Okay, let's go up to Stormtide Kingdom then.
Oh, right, because they get it. Yeah, this was cool. I remember thinking this was awesome. So where's the capital? It's Tide's End, right?
Yeah, Tide's End.
Yeah. And this is Vincent's kingdom or not? No, it's not.
Okay,
it's not.
Zoom out the map all the way. I'll tell you where Vincent's kingdom is.
Yeah, so Vincent is like the heir of one of the kingdoms, right?
Yeah, zoom the map out all the way out, and I'll tell you how far away it is.
Yeah.
Is that more?
Yeah, I'm zoomed out.
Square in the middle of the continent.
This bit here.
Square, the only mapped square in the middle of the continent.
This is the Longbourn
Times
Kingdom.
Square.
Yeah.
That's the only mapped part of it is.
Yeah.
And that's from another campaign when they eventually go there.
Okay, so they go to the...
Okay, they find out Bloodsinger is inside the throne of the king, and then they do a little heist to get the spear.
Unbeknownst to the king, right? The spear is in his throne and advising him on how to run the kingdom. Correct.
He didn't know it was the spear. He thought it was just and it had been corrupting him for ages because the Tides End had been like Viking up the whole coastline for generations over this thing.
Because the spear was like corrupting the king and turning him evil.
Yeah.
Badass. I just thought that was so fucking cool when that bit happened. I just thought it's such a cool idea that this evil item was hidden inside the throne, corrupting a whole kingdom.
Yeah.
But they steal it, right? Do they have to break the throne or do they just get it out?
Break the side of the throne but put it back in. So when the king calls him in the next guy, he says, "What did you do?" And they said, "We didn't do anything."
And he doesn't know because he doesn't actually know that it was the spear or anything like that to begin with.
Yeah. So they get away with it.
Yeah,
like Vincent's like, "Oh, I'm a prince. Shut up," and leaves.
Basically, yeah. Okay, so they steal Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, during this time, they finally meet the guy Riker to get rid of the Bloodsinger sword because it was destroyed by the Black Dragon of the Black Mist Lake, or damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Windsail, I'm just throwing that in because Riker was a cool character.
Yeah, that was a cool battle too. I still think of that battle they have where he's levitated, isn't it? And he casts Steve odds below them. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That was sick. All right, so they've got the spear, and next they go to the lake, right? And I think this is part of the reason why they suspected it was below the lake, because the spear was maybe telling them that it was in that direction.
They knew it was near the lake. They didn't know it was under the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Vincent goes in with the spear, amulet of cheetah speed,
And a water-breathing potion, right?
And water-breathing potion.
Yeah.
And just runs in, grabs Harbinger, and runs out.
No, he spears the dragon, right? He uses.
Oh yeah.
He uses the spear to
I'm skipping steps to the battle here, but yeah.
He does this massive surprise attack on the dragon, doing like half of its HP, and then comes like sprinting out of the water with the dragon following him. And this is where Bregor gets killed, right? He gets breath weaponed by the dragon.
There's
in one
mist
shot.
everywhere, and the dragon, who has almost very low HP, just ambushes the party in the mist because they're just standing around on the shore, as Neil says, without leaving.
Yeah.
And, and so Bregor passes away at that point.
Yeah. At this point, Vincent already grabbed the hammer at this point.
Yeah. And he gives it to the dwarf.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's a mist dragon, chat, if I haven't said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good dragon, in fact, or at least a neutral one.
Mist dragons are neutral. They're not chromatic or metallic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they've got the hammer. They kill the dragon, right, but not without Bregor dying. But now they've got two of the weapons. They've got the hammer and the spear. The dwarf has the hammer, the dwarf and cleric. And no one's really using the spear because none of them are spear users.
Yeah, but then the ranger joins the party and he gets that.
Yeah, true. Convenient.
Hmm.
All right, so what do they do next?
Oh, they go... Okay, so... Actually, that's Crawford, not Harbinger. I got the name mixed up there.
Harbinger's the spear.
No, Harbinger...
No, Bloodsinger is the spear.
Sorry. Harbinger was the weapon they found under the Mist Dragon. They haven't got the hammer yet.
Okay, so they've got the sword and the spear at this point.
Wait, I think they got the hammer first. Then they got the... I've got this completely backwards.
That's all right.
They went to the crypt of Embershore on a pedestal protected by flesh golems.
I don't remember that one. Where's Embershore?
It was in episode 30. Let me look it up.
Thanks for the 100 bits, Alex Sols. Sorry, dude.
Holy City Embershore to the southeast.
Holy City of Embershore.
Yeah, the southeast. It's in the middle of... It's east of Atrilla. Go north. North.
I
don't know how far.
I found it. Holy City of Embershore. Okay, yeah. Is this where they fight the battle and they use dimensional folding to move a bunch of troops behind enemy lines to destroy all the siege weapons?
No, that's at High Claris Tower.
Okay, yeah, that was cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, this is they go to here to get it.
So this is where they get the hammer, right?
They went the hammer, and the hammer told them about the spear. Then the hammer told them about the
sword.
Sword.
Okay, so now they've got the hammer, the sword, and the spear. The only thing outstanding is the bow, right? And their plan is to get these weapons and then use them to what? Slay all the evil dragons? To stop Horus from using them to take over the world?
Yeah, because his army is nothing without the dragons, to be honest.
Yeah.
So they head north, then they go to this is when the Battle of High Claris Tower, because they're walking on foot from the lake with their new party member, and the tower's on the road. You go from the lake,
I see
the road.
Yeah, on the river, High Claris Tower, yeah.
This is where the dimensional folding stuff happens. And
this is a battle between the people here and Horus.
Barossi.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Horus's forces.
Yeah. And they help win the battle, right?
Yeah, they help win the battle, and Vincent impregnates Clara, the Claris of High Claris Tower.
Which becomes an important plot point, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so they win that, right? There's still the bow outstanding, so do they know where the bow is at this point?
Yeah, they get told it's in Atrilis, to the north.
And they get told that by who?
The hammer knows the direction and position of them. So they go through the mountain range north of Valsburg.
Yeah.
Just through the mountain range. don't go around the mountain range. They go through the mountains.
Yeah. Okay. Where's the Trillis though?
Gone what? No, wait, just next to the mountain range. If you look at north of the mountain range, there's go east. Yeah, it's a big city.
I see. Altharas, is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm saying the wrong name.
Okay, Altharas. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
So go south a little because going through the mountains, they find like the Verossi are building a road right through the mountains.
Right. Is this from Stone's End? They're building that.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So the party kill the Verossi in the mountain range, kill a few dragons, and then they get to the capital. Then they get told, "Hey, the Fae folk up north have the bow, so they have to go to the forest north of Athalas,
the Black Bark Forest." Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where they get the bow from. One of those creatures that you're not meant to look at, or you die.
What are they called? The tree woman, right? Like sexy druid tree person. Nymphs. Yeah. All right, and they get the bow. So now they have all 4 of the items, correct?
Oh, yeah. It's a good deal. Now they're just going to grab 4 griffins and fly south of the mountains. What could go wrong?
Yeah, so they grab 4 griffins. I remember this, and they start flying across the mountains when, unfortunately, Abigail, using the bow, rolls a 1, correct?
Yep. She's trying to shoot the bow for the very first time against a dragon.
Yeah. And she rolls a 1.
And the bow falls down to the ground.
Yes.
And on the ground are some minions of a red dragon who grab it.
Correct, and take it to the lair of another red dragon, right?
Yeah, it's another one of those red dragons who are stuck underground in one of those lairs. That it's a sort of reoccurring plot point that Neil hasn't quite explained how that happened.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll find out by the end of the story.
This isn't Smog, it's Fog.
Yeah, Fog, yeah.
Fog the drag. Even though Neil claims he hadn't read The Hobbit.
Okay, yeah.
And then the party, the dragon says, "Hey, I'll give you the bow if you don't kill me, and you get an orb for me." Can't quite see from a nearby town to the south. High Pond. There's an orb in High Pond they want.
Okay.
So the party starts setting out on foot towards High Pond.
Yeah.
We end up first in Black Crest, then Cherandar.
I'll find Cherandar. Oh yeah, Black Crest and Cherandar. Okay, yeah.
Then in Cherandar, Vincent bumps into someone while just shopping.
Yes. Well, he's getting his armor repaired, correct? So he's walking around town without his armor.
Yeah.
And he bumps into someone. This is one of my favorite moments. This is such an epic campaign, this, where they've slayed dragons. They're walking around in... This is a town controlled by Verossi, right?
Yeah.
And he's walking around without his armor.
Look how close they are to Valsburg.
Yeah. And he, accidentally bumps into someone who he, badmouths a little bit. It turns out that this guy is, an officer in the Verossi army. And he just ends up in a fight with, some level 5s and a level 10. And
he even skips the fight because of when he gets knocked out. But yeah.
Yeah, and he gets knocked unconscious, and then...
Oh, sorry, I mixed up. It's in Rivervale, not Cherandar.
It's in Rivervale, okay. Yeah, he gets knocked unconscious. The rest of the party get nervous when he doesn't come back. They go out into the town, and they find Vincent hanging from a gallows, right?
Yeah.
And then they just suicide, and they all get killed.
Horace and Azrael just charge in and get killed in the fight.
Yeah.
And Abigail flees into the hills to the north and survives.
And then at this point, the Dragon's Bane weapons are all lost to Verossi, correct?
One of them's in the Red Dragon's lair, but as we've mentioned, he's got the locator one, the hammer, which tells him where it is.
Yeah.
Eventually, they get that. They got the Dragonbane weapons in an army.
Yeah. So presumably they can go and get the bow back from the Red Dragon pretty easily.
Well, the history books say they did have all 4 when he disappeared from the history books.
Yeah.
Because the officer who got it didn't keep it. It ended up with the High Verossi General, Lord what's his face.
Sorry, can you guys hear that Hoover outside?
Oh, I can, don't know if chat can. And Lord Morrow, yes, Charos.
Okay, so
let's talk about what happens after this point in history, because Neil has gone over the Verossi War and other planning streams. So the Verossi decide to focus on the south for a while, and once those southern kingdoms fall, Tide's End capitulates. That's when Georg flees from Tide's End.
Oh, okay.
The Wizard Tower in Tide's End is where he learned to be a wizard.
This is where Georg is from, okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where he's from, but that's where he learned, because it's the Tower of High Wizardry there.
Yeah. And he flees to Arcadia.
Yeah. Meanwhile, another Taurus Bellows, the NPC, no, the player character, not the Paladin Taurus Bellows, not the sheriff. He was there when Tide's End fell, and then he takes one of their ships west over to Solum. He gets there first. There's the Red Port.
Yeah.
He tries to. Him and a cleric. Well, the cleric never comes into the plot, but Neil mentions it in the backstory. There's also a cleric there. They're there to sabotage, to create a foothold for future invasion plans.
Yes. So at some point they did have plans to invade Arcadia.
Oh, yeah. And since it's like 3 months by sea between them,
it's not.
I know Arcadia.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy for them to do.
No. They've got the Tide's End fleet. With the fleet, they invade the Elven Isle, or they try to. We don't know how far along that is, since the Tide Kingdom's just fallen 2, 3, 4 years ago. We don't know exactly.
So what? Verossi steals the fleets of Tide's End.
They willingly joined to avoid the fate of the other kingdoms.
Okay.
And, it was the Mag King who was in charge of that kingdom too.
Sure, yeah. And then they invade the Elves, but we don't know. Presumably the Elves are still alive to some extent, unless they are only now inhabiting this forest over here.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure for how far along the timeline is. But this forest gets burned. The one on the mainland gets burned and becomes a ghost wood by the future campaign.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Like, completely haunted. And the road leads into a dead kingdom. If you keep going along that road to the east, follow that road, and you'll see a completely dead kingdom.
Necros.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
When you say dead kingdom, like undead or?
We don't know. Oh, it's called Necros. It's got to be undead,
yeah,
right?
It's got to be, yeah. Okay.
There, of course.
So I guess the last thing then is what then happens to the Dragonsbane items, right? So
Lord Morrow.
And who's Lord Morrow? He is a general.
Lord Morrow is a general in very high-ranking member of Verossi's army.
Yeah.
He's working with the bad dragons to take over places. They send the dragons in to soften them up. They take it out on and occupy. Like, the dragons were the most pivotal point for the Verossi army's fast expansion.
Yeah.
But weapons are not happy with this arrangement, and they slowly whittle him down to kill his allies. He goes rogue and destroys Verossi's best weapon, the dragons. So the dragons turn against the Verossi army, and basically he goes around killing every single chromatic dragon.
Okay, and is that happening now?
I think he's either finished killing them or he's killing them right now. And one day he just disappears in the process.
Yeah. So in your opinion then, do you think Lord Morrow would, if he's already killed all the dragons, like would he maybe just give us the items if he's got them all?
He's an insane murderer who used to worship Verossi. I do not think he's reasonable minded.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So but do you think that the quest will be to find him, kill him, and take them all, or do you think they'll somehow be separated again?
Some subterfuges will be involved, and I'm sure he's not alone.
Yeah. So, yeah, but do you think they'll all be together? Like, do you see it as being like one quest to get them all, or do you think it'll be more like the original campaign where you have to find them one at a time?
Well, I don't see him giving up any of those weapons after him having all the weapons disappears with them in the history books.
Yeah. Interesting. So I guess that will
I'm guessing he's level 15 at the least.
Yeah, he's going to be tough for sure.
Yeah, like him and his team have killed hundreds, reportedly, of chromatic dragons.
Hundreds?
And that's what the history book, that's what it says in Roleplay Solum. He killed hundreds before disappearing with all the weapons.
So his gear is going to be insane.
Like, we do not know how accurate these historical reports are, though.
Yeah, sure. That's madness. And that's where it ends, right? So presumably, we don't know where we are in that timeline. And the elves will probably give us some leads on where the items are. And I guess we'll find out how far the invasion has gone into their lands.
As I said, Neil's probably not going to use my fan map. He's going to use probably his old green map.
Yeah, probably. But sure, you know. This is so interesting. Like, what's all this stuff at the north here? Like the...
That's all for... That's the Fourth Fjord area where the Vikings are. And Raekwon's there. If you go into the Big Bay...
yeah, I see it. Raekwon. But was this ever in a campaign? Not Raekwon, but this area.
I visited it in Pirate Edition and in Roleplay Solum.
Oh, nice.
It was where they met Tariq, one of Ryan's new characters.
Yeah.
Tariq, who has all these wonderful stats, but just always gets killed in his first battle.
Mate, the sword that he broke, he had like a +3 greatsword that gave you an extra attack per round or something crazy like that, and he broke it on 3 ones in a row. If I remember. Okay.
I don't think it was the first fight that happened in, but he got hammered in the first fight.
Yeah, that sword was crazy. It's probably like one of the best items that's ever been seen.
Yeah, and that's where Thorbjorn is from in Empires of Arcadia. Because Zizaran said, "Hey, where's a Viking area?" And I said, "Oh, Forfjord." He says, "I love that name. He's from Forfjord."
Okay, nice. All right, well, McTacky, thanks for coming on. You said you want to plug your YouTube and stuff, so feel free to do that.
Yeah, I don't have one of those fancy YouTube names.
Okay, so you're going to post it in chat or something like that?
Yeah, I'll post it in chat.
Yes, so you're welcome to it. Everyone, go and check out McTacky's YouTube. As you can see, he is the Lore Master General of Arcadia and Solum, apparently. So, you looking for map making?
I'm recapping Solum at the moment.
Okay, recapping Solum, sweet. Just in time.
Well, I've actually had it on break, but I'm going to do some relevant episodes.
All right, thanks, McTacky. Good to speak to you again.
Bye, everyone.
All right, see you in a bit.
Bye, Nick.
Bye.